Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are fit and happy. So, dear students, in this video, we are going to study another chapter, that is chapter number 6, photosynthesis. So, let us know first of all what is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, it is a biochemical process by which the simple sugars they are formed from carbon dioxide and water, and it is done by green plants in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. And in this process, oxygen is given out as a byproduct and glucose is formed. So the photosynthesis process, it is playing a significant role in all the life processes. So the importance of photosynthesis is that it is the only process by which the green plants they are able to convert sun energy, that is solar energy, into food for all the living organisms, and the food is glucose. Then you all know that it is the natural process by which oxygen is liberated into the atmosphere. Since the carbon dioxide is used by green plants, therefore the photosynthesis process also helps to control the carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere. And last but not the least is that all the useful plant products such as timber, fiber, oil, rubber, resins, they all are derived by photosynthesis. Now my dear students, let us learn the structure of chloroplast. So what is chloroplast? It is the site for photosynthesis. Chloroplast, they are the sites of photosynthesis, and you know that they are contained in the mesophyll cell of leaves, and they are also found in the guard cells of stomata and in the epidermis of young green stems. Now let us know the structure of chloroplast. Chloroplast, let us see from this diagram that it is a double membrane structure. As you can see, there is an outer membrane and inner membrane. Then if we study, there is a term written that is stroma. So what is stroma? It is the living or the ground substance of chloroplast. Here ribosomes, circular DNA and phospholipid globules, they are present. So one thing you should remember always is that dark reaction of photosynthesis take place in stroma. So if we study the another term, that is thylakoid. Thylakoid are the flattened sac-like structures, and group or bundle of sac-like structure, it is referred to as granum as it is observed here in the picture. As you can see that the two grana, they are connected with one another by lamellae, or it is also known as frets or stroma lamellae. So dear students, another thing you should remember is that the thylakoids, they are the site of light reaction of photosynthesis. Dear students, you know that there is a chlorophyll which is found in the thylakoids of chloroplast. So chlorophyll, which is a green color pigment, it is present in the thylakoids of chloroplast, and there are different types of chlorophyll molecules. The different types are chlorophyll A, B, C, D, E and bacterial chlorophyll. Out of this, chlorophyll A and B are the most abundant in plant cell. Now dear students, let us know about the raw materials for photosynthesis. So you know that during the process of photosynthesis, the plants, they need carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide, it is available to the plants through atmosphere. It is taken in by the plants through stomata. Then another raw material is water. Water, it is taken or absorbed from the soil by the roots through osmosis process. Then the most important raw material is solar energy. So solar energy, it is playing a vital role in photosynthesis process. about 250 molecules of chlorophyll. They form one quantazome, and this quantazome, it is capable of trapping the smallest unit of solar energy, which is further converted to chemical energy. So this process is referred to as photochemical act. Now dear students, let us learn about some of the adaptations in leaves which are necessary for photosynthesis. So you know that the leaves, they have large surface area, and the leaves are broad, wide, and they have flattened leaf blade that provides them the large surface area. And second important thing is that the leaf arrangement. The leaves, they are arranged at right angle so that maximum area is exposed to light. Similarly, there are large intercellular spaces in the spongy parenchyma of leaf. Then there is a palisade layer which is also adapted to absorb maximum sunlight. Then the thinness of the leaf allows maximum sunlight to penetrate through it. There are numerous stomata for exchange of gases, and then there are chloroplasts and extensive network of veins in the vascular tissue of leaves. It also helps in the exchange or transport of materials to and from mesophyll cells. So now let us see the mechanism of photosynthesis. So the photosynthesis process, it consists of two phases, that is light reaction and dark reaction. Light reaction, it is also known as photochemical phase or Hill reaction. Dark reaction, it is also referred to as biosynthetic phase or Calvin-Benson cycle or Blackman reaction or C3 cycle. So the details of this light and dark reaction we will study in next class. So this is all for today. Take care everyone.